Hello there, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of the Sunday Sauce. Just sitting around, and me and Lisa yesterday we went out shopping for some flowers, and went to this flower shop in our local town, and just looking at the beauty of all the flowers. I mean, there's so many different flowers and everything to look at, and it was just beautiful. I mean, it's just fantastic to see building after building after building, or I should say greenhouse after greenhouse after greenhouse of these different flowers. Um, and then that reminded me when I go hiking. I like to go hiking, and I'm looking around, and this past time I went hiking, the emphasis was on nature and flowers, and we found some trillium and different flowers, and when you get down and look even really close down, there's even these little tiny flowers that you normally don't see, but when you're looking for them, you can see them. All these things just remind me of just the glory of God, God's creation. I mean, you look into the heavens, into the stars. I mean, the sun setting, the sun, coming up. It just reminds me of who God is, and just how powerful God is, and just how can you deny that there is a God when there's all this nature around. I mean, Lisa and I, when we're here at the house, we just love, in the mornings, we just listen to the birds sing. I mean, it's just God made just these creatures out there for us, and for to show His glory, and for us to enjoy, as well, and to be good stewards of, I believe, as well. And just listening to them sing is just the best music in the world in the morning when you wake up. Just puts you in a great mood, you know. So I don't know. I just woke up this morning thinking about nature, and reflecting on God's goodness and awesomeness and powerful, this morning. So I did a little research on it as well, and it's just, you read in Romans 1:19-20. What may be known of God is manifest in them. God has shown it to them. For since the creation of the world, His invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Then you read Psalm 8:3-4. When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have established, what are human beings that you are mindful of them, mortals that you care for them. And you think of the nature nowadays, and just the all powerfulness of it. And God has put us here to be good stewards of that as well. Just like, to be good stewards of our bodies and things like that. God has put us here to be good stewards of nature. Um, where does that come into play? Well, I just, like when I'm hiking, we have a universal policy, and not just we, but most hikers do. It's kind of universal. It's a leave no trace policy. And I think that would be good not only for hiking, but just generally in your life. The no trace policy is when we hike in, when we have, um, you know, a little bag that we carry, say a sandwich in, or whatever it is, what you take in, you take out. You take out your trash. You just don't sit there and leave a little bit behind here and there. And, it's basically no littering. I mean, you bring it in, you bring it out. Even though you're hiking, it doesn't give you an excuse to just leave some of it behind because, you got to carry it with you. No, it doesn't work that way. It shouldn't work that way in any part of life. So, but I'm just so glad about just the awesomeness of God. Um, I also read in Psalm 19:1-6. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens He has pitched a tent for the sun, which is like a bridegroom coming forth from his pavilion, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the heavens and makes its circuits to the other. Nothing is hidden from its heat. Again, just the mightiness of the sun that can declare His glory. So, and then also, you think of nature as well. How can you deny God's existence just by the very bit of this nature? One thing about nature too is it has no language barrier. If you think about it, I mean, anybody, any language. We may not understand each other. Let's say there's me and somebody from Zimbabwe or China or whoever. There's 3 or 4 of us together. All we couldn't communicate. But when the sun came up, we could go, look at that. Look around, look at nature. We would all understand just the very being of nature itself by looking at it. And God's made that universal. It's like a universal language to show His glory. So you don't need to say you can see that. It's nonverbal. Anybody can understand that. And just the sun, is like a constant testimony, like I said. The shining of the sun, just coming up day in and day out. So, that's basically all I just wanted to come and say today with you is just look outside. I mean, take a second and get away from your YouTube world. Get away from that game that you're playing. Get away from going whatever you're doing, if you can. I understand some disabilities may not allow you to do that so much. If you've got a disability and you can't get out into nature, there's lots of nature cams. Look up a nature cam. All they do is show the nature. But, just look outside. If you can do that, get outside and enjoy nature a little bit. Listen in the morning. Look a little closer when you're walking around. And just look at the magnificence of the stars, of the heavens, of everything around us. I speak of nature, but there's beyond nature. There's the heavens, the stars, the universe. There's everything out there. So just look at it and take in its awe. I mean, that God created all of this for us. It's just amazing to me, and it just shows me the powerfulness of God and the awesomeness of God. So take the time to look. You won't regret it. So I hope you all have just a great week coming ahead, and we'll see you again next time on Sunday Sauce.